It looks like I gotta do all the rest of this crap all over again. Alright, so playlist path is going to be... Like, does the playlist actually exist on the server? Yeah, playlist config exists, so I need to just playlist config.json. So that's what our playlist path should be. Yeah, and especially when you get to like larger corporations where people get stuck into jobs that they have no business holding. You know, like just people who you wonder how they remember how to breathe every day and do jack shit, and they get paid over six figures, and you're just like, God, you need more engineers. You just need more of them. Because that's one of the things I see a lot of people, like the people who are like at the grocery store, a lot of them were going to the community college, you know, in off hours trying to get, you know, some degree or something to get a job somewhere else. They're like, oh man, if I get this college degree, I'll be able to get a job at, you know, some insurance company or something else. And I'll be able to, you know, claw my way up to $15 an hour. And it's just like, you need to get a real fucking skill. You don't need a history degree, dumbass. You don't need a degree in, you know, something else. You know, if you need a degree in welding or some real tangible thing that, you know, go learn how to really cook and go get a job as a line cook or something. Don't go get a business degree. Then you could be the manager of this dumbass store. You know, go get something else. Actually, disheartening to hear about high-paying, lazy engineers, plenty of trucking jobs out. Yeah, exactly. Well, the thing is, there just aren't enough engineers. Like, they don't exist. We need more of them. We don't have enough, and when we have more, you know, I think our society is moving towards, you know, producing more science majors and more computer science people. But as soon as that supply rolls around, you'll have less lazy engineers because there'll be more competition. Free market solves everything. It just takes time. Alright, so we got that Java server written, so I need to deploy the game server again. So deploy dedicated game servers, latest. And the whole thing about having like lazy engineers get highly paid is more about corporations and accountability. So large corporations like Amazon or Microsoft, it can be very difficult to hold people accountable if they don't actually get anything done, because they can't be attributed, you can't attribute any failure to something. Programmers as a whole are the most entitled people I've ever met. I can agree with you, and I think it's definitely true. I mean, it's kind of one of those things, right? Like where kind of society right now, I think, feels that if you're good at art or something like that, it's, you're kind of, you're good at art because you're good at drawing, and you got that artistic shine, or you're good at music because you got the music in your soul or some bullshit. And then with engineering, it's like, well, you're good at programming because you're super smart. That person's a genius. It's like, no, it's the same shit as any other thing in the real world. They just have the training for it. It doesn't mean they're smarter than other people. It just means they have that skill because they've trained it. Sorry, I can't hear you over my avocado toast. He's 33 to... Yes, you are too old to start the training. For me, I didn't learn any programming. I didn't know how to program anything until I went to college. Like, I showed up the first day, and I was an all honors student in college, so I showed up to the advanced test for programming because I'm a smart person. I can program. And the professor went around asking people questions to see if they'd be in the advanced programming class. And of course, he got to me and he's like, "Do you know what a function is?" I'd be like, "No." "Do you know what a variable is?" "No." "All right, cool. You're in the class." I'm just like, great. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And of course, the test for getting into the advanced class was literally just if you showed up to the test, you got it. Because the test was, well, if you want to do it, you can. So I didn't know any programming. Basically, and I thought I was going to be a pilot, like my two other brothers at the time. So I was like, I'm going to go to flight school, do stupid shit like that, and join the Air Force or something. And I didn't do that, obviously, because I went to a summer camp for making games, and I wanted to program, and that was it. Alright, so that deployment has gone out. Let's take a look at our server. Did I not deploy? Yeah, I didn't deploy the Java server, did I? Yeah, so I'm gonna have to redeploy this stuff here after this gets built. But 33-year-olds is definitely not too late. Programming is just programming. It's a skill, you gotta learn it. And programming is also something that if you stop programming for any length of time, it shows. Like, even not programming and doing something for like 2 weeks, and your brain gets rusty. So it's all about short-term working memory. So I don't think age has a whole hell of a lot to do with learning it, because you still have to just beat it into you. So the only thing would be if you have enough time to actually sit down and make the mistakes that lead to the learning. Alright, so I need to redeploy this thing once it's done. Alright. Not enough time for you? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's true. Like my brother, one of them has tried to learn programming kind of throughout the last kind of off and on or some sort of game stuff over the last like 8 years or something. His kind of first career path did not work, so he's kind of trying to move over to engineering because he saw how I was able to go work for EA and Amazon, and I own my house and everything like that, and that's a pretty big milestone that not a lot of people even get to. And like, it's not that I own my house; like, the bank doesn't own it. I paid it off, and I'm 30, so that's not a lot of people can do that. But he's like 8 years of on and off, just not enough consistent time. Never went back to like a 4-year school to really nose to the grindstone learn it. It just doesn't stick unless you get a job where you actually are paid to learn it and do it. It's just real tough. And lazy engineers getting paid, that's all corporate crap. Like, and that was mainly like Amazon. Amazon just, when you get critical mass of stupid, you can't do anything about it. You just got to fire everybody because critical mass of people who don't give a damn about success or protect people or aren't willing to recognize failure. Like, I think there's a good book out there, which is the book, what mistakes were made by but not by me. So mistakes were made but not by me. It's a really good book to read. It's not that long either. It just goes over how powerful the brain is at rationalizing stupid decisions and blaming absolutely everybody else for your problems. And once you got critical mass of people who aren't able to step back and look at reality and that are controlled by their brains like that, people start leaving. Also, Amazon pays people too much. Like, I mean, that might sound stupid, but at least for games they do. Gonna go do some games. Catch you later. All right, the Guzzy. Have a good one. But it's kind of funny, especially with games. People need the psychological trap of "I love my job." All right, so. And as soon as you remove the psychological trap of I've accepted less money to play for this position, and you actually like pay them a decent amount, they stop giving a shit. It's amazing actually. It has to do with how you pay people, I think. Because if you pay people like the large, what they're worth there all the time, their head gets real big. So what I think you have to do is pay people terms of bonuses and other things in order to keep that psychological trick going. Because if they're looking at like, I make this much per month, I'm amazing, super amazing, dude. All right, this is going to the test environment, so I need to do that. But if you pay people like, in those big lump sum bonuses at the end of the year, then they're kind of like looking at their monthly paycheck, like, it's only this much, and I'm not such Mr. Big Shot. I'm just doing my job, and I love my job because I'm psychologically trapped in it. I wouldn't work here if I didn't like it, right? Because I'm smarter than that. All right, so that's the party playlist, that's the sticky ball playlist, and that's the standard playlist. So let's go ahead and join. And let's enter the code. For admin and in the match. Because I think that's a really big problem with when people start getting paid a lot is You need them to just, if they get paid too much, they stop giving a shit about stuff. It's amazing. So the question is, how do you, as a manager, ethically balance paying people what they're worth and getting, the best thing for the company, which is the amount of work out of that employee? You start coming up with, well, we need to pay people in terms of restricted stock units and other things, and we can't just give them money because then it's like Amazon pays people too much in terms of money to keep people around, because as soon as, geez, look at this. What game mode do we got? All right. All right, it's work. But as soon as, somebody who's maybe 30 or in their 20s, let's say, you got somebody who's 27 and they look at their bank account balance and there's like a couple $100,000 in there because they don't do anything but work. That person very quickly is just going to be like, well, I could go travel the world and I'm gone. So you get these successful people that just make enough money to just fucking leave. And all the people that are doing well and making good financial decisions also make good decisions at work. Leave and you're screwed. It's amazing how fast it happens. Alright, so that playlist stuff is working. So what I can do is I can actually go tell Karakan about that. Let me see if she is online. I'll just send her a message. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send her a special copy of the batch file. So scripts, server. But I need to give her a special version which will actually use the wrong file paths, because we fixed the file paths for these things. I think it's prototype / test levels. Let's just double check the that scripts. I don't know, it's just kind of funny after a while, and you're working in the industry and you're looking at kind of how things work, and you start going like, yeah, that's why they give us compensation and have salary caps and other stuff like that. It's all psychology. And I don't want to push out a hotfix for the server, but I can at least. Nah, I'm not gonna do that either. I'm not gonna put a thing on the wiki. To hell with it. Let's also shut down that test server because it is not needed. That was kind of the other thing that always pissed me off is just when people like getting a bad manager is just the worst. Like, because I was usually a team lead. Basically, after the first 2 years, I was always in charge of a lot of stuff. And if you actually take your job responsibilities appropriately, like, hey, these people that work for me are actual people with real jobs, and when you tell them to work on the weekend, you're affecting their families, and if you do a shitty job on your project, they're not going to get promoted, and that actually affects their careers in real tangible ways. Making decisions based off of that as opposed to, I just don't feel like working today. Okay, so today is 26. Oh yeah, today is Monday, but I started work on Sunday, so. All right, playlists are working. Okay, so there are 2 impacts for running into objects over the network, so I can try to fix that one. Oh man, he's screwing around with lighting channels. Oh no. So let me see, I put in the collision stuff. Running into walls over the network. Let me see, where is that? It's probably in the player. No. So let's see, if we run into stuff, it is handle collisions. If it runs into wall, handle collision. Okay, so blah, 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 blah. Server, player ran into wall on the player controller. Player versus wall. Okay, so server, client ran into wall. We do a net player ran into wall with the player proxy. If it's a local player, we well, let's boot it up, and I'll take a look at if we actually have an issue here. So I need to boot up a dedicated server, though, for this to work properly. So let's boot up that dedicated server. The best managers need to be psychopaths. Psychopaths can be pretty good at faking empathy, but as long as your manager is not selfish, that's the real thing. Also they can be selfish, but as long as you're making decisions that I mean, it's really just if you're a good person or not. Because there are some people who are not good people. Those people exist, and they... Psychopaths can be good people too, or sociopaths can be good people, as long as they realize they're sociopaths and, you know, try to make rational decisions. It's more, I guess... I think it's just people are bad people or not. Get player camera manager. Ooh. Access none trying to read property. Get player camera manager. So that's the cinematic actor is fucked up on the dedicated server. Alright, well I need to go fix that. I think it's going to be that the cinematic spawner, if we are a dedicated server... Okay, dedicated server will work there, so we want like a... has authority? Then we do these things. And inside of our cinematic actor, face towards camera needs to check if we are a dedicated server. Because if we're a dedicated server, we just return. Who cares? Face towards camera? Fuck that. We don't have a camera. Like, there was one manager that I worked for. I'm pretty good at arguing stuff for myself. I'm enough of an asshole that if I go into like a performance review, I definitely go in there with a list and really just like hammer it home on people to just be like, no, like I did all this, you have to treat me right. But like there was one year, one of the coworkers I had was definitely, he should have got a promotion, but the manager didn't get the promotion he wanted. So instead of filling out, like taking the time and filling out the promotion docs for this other guy, he just went home and got drunk for a week pretty much and never filled out the docs for this guy to get promoted. And, you know, as a result, he didn't get promoted. And I was just like, dude, that is the worst. You know, like, I get it that you didn't get promoted, but you're an asshole. Alright, so is a local player is false. So our player proxy is not valid. Okay, so let's see. It's not valid, so that's going to mean that we had to send it as not being valid. Player proxy is null. Ah, there we go. And that was also one of the other things, is that same manager kept on an employee who was like totally should have gotten fired. Like he was too nice about stuff, you know, too emotional about things. You know, like he wouldn't actually discipline people who needed discipline, and he wouldn't actually go and, I guess he was just lazy. I mean, but he wasn't lazy. Like he'd go out of his way to like make excuses for some people to not get them fired or get them disciplined or reprimanded for legitimate things that they should have gotten slapped for. But he wouldn't go out of his way to help out others when he was getting screwed. I don't know. I guess he just liked being a victim and identified with other victims more than he identified with people that were being successful. Excellent. So that has fixed that. Interesting office politics. Well, that's all like all offices have interesting, stupid politics. I mean, also the fun thing is pretty much throughout my entire career, everybody has assumed I already know things that they shouldn't talk about. So as a result of them assuming that I already knew like all the secret bullshit cloak and dagger stuff going on, they would tell me and talk about all the cloak and dagger bullshit going on because they thought I already knew it. And as a result, it was a self-fulfilling prophecy. I always knew all the bullshit going on because everybody assumed I knew it, so they told me. And I did nothing to change that perception. So it can be interesting. And there's always politics going on. Like, it's interesting. I don't know. I find it interesting. And of course, working for Electronic Arts as a first job was great for that sort of shit. I mean, as a real first job, like working in a grocery store as an actual first job is excellent. Like, you learn how to clean bathrooms and wash windows and power wash things and push carts through, a foot of falling snow. But having like an EA style, like where there's actually real fucking politics going on with managers, really, really gives you some business IQ on what the hell to watch out for. One-year subscriber. What? All right, so let me think. I fixed some bugs. I got the other things. We fixed the playlists. We fixed double playing. It's been about 4 hours. I think I need a. So I think I might call the stream here for today, just because we got our sprint planning done, worked on the cinematic actors, and we fixed some bugs. I mean, that's fine. That's a pretty good day for the first day of a sprint. Why not? So let me see. Let's see if Adam wants to play a few games. Alright, so we'll set up to actually play then. Truck night time. Nice, Jeff. Alright, so I'm going to play a few games then. So I gotta reinstall this. Alright, let's put this up. Alright, so let's get this thing rolling. How do you remove? Yeah, we'll see what he's Alright, good. He's got it right then. Guess we'll go to the Sydney party server, and I am going to turn on my desktop audio.
Alright, let's open up the game. That can just listen in the background. Oh shit, actually.
Let's see what we got rolling around here. Is this stealth ball? Oh Jesus! It's stealth ball. That is the worst. God damn it, fucking stealth ball. It's not stealth teams. At least. He's right behind me, I can hear him. This is the worst. This is the worst. Alright, I'm gonna call it on this map. This map sucks. Alright, we're done with that one. Track nuts for the win. It's true. Oh, whoops. I want that map. Crap. Here, write that down. Bitey nuts. Oh, God. Alright, so we got big balls, triple jumps. Excellent. This should be a good match. Yeah, the question is, are people in Discord at all? I'm gonna jump on Discord in case anybody... Just in case somebody wants to join in and say hello. Crap, missed it. I get rusty at this game when I'm working. What are you doing, Jeff? Hit it the other way. Whose side are you on anyway? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, just ram it into the goal. Ram it in there. You don't need to aim, just punch it as hard as you can. It's a big ball. Big ball collides with goal. Oh man, Adam's punching me really hard in the face. Oh, perfect. Oh, those side goals. Too good. Oh, that was beautiful. I got the triple jump with the pop up 3 times in a row. Just boom, boom, boom. That's how it goes. The mad ups, big balls, awesome.
Clyde nuts.
This is our life now.
Yeah. Mad ups, stomp teams. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know what that you said one person had trouble with their purchase. I didn't see any history of that person in anything.
Yeah, I sent them a message and to follow up, and there was no response. So I'm assuming maybe that person.
Big fibber, big time liar man. Who would do that? Go on the internet and lie? Not me.
I don't know. It might have just been, might have not completed the transaction or something. I don't know. I like to give the benefit of the doubt. They're trying to get a free game, you think, Scorps? Well, maybe not. I don't know. You never know. They might have just not completed the transaction.
Well, there's a reason there why, we didn't write our own store.
Yeah.
We're using real official tools, so we got real tracking on everything, so we know, if somebody is a legit person.
Get off!
Yeah. You gotta stomp Jeff on your team. That's your goal.
Oh, we got stomp teams?
That's right.
Oh, wait. Oh, we do too. That's what we should be doing. Stomping you guys.
Oh yeah, this is mad ups too. What am I doing? I need to be flying. Jeff's abusing the hell out of this.
Okay.
No!
Oh my
Son of a
god,
bitch.
what? Yeah, welcome to the losing team, ambientenergy.
Look at him. Look at him. It's gonna be the winning team here shortly.
Where is he?
He's up
He's
here.
in the air somewhere. There he is. Sneaky bastard. No! God, Jeff.
No! Damn it. This guy is
What's he
good.
do?
He's already up there too.
Yeah. Oh my god, how did you get back there, you sneaky you know what?
He doesn't know the password unless you gave it to him.
I didn't give him a password, no way. Why would I give Jeff the admin password? No way. He's got enough of an advantage being
In New Zealand.
in New Zealand, yeah.
Damn it.
Oh my gosh. Take that, Jeff. Take that again. Take this, Jeff. Just hit his head on the roof.
This is really fucking funny. With just pulling the ball over here in the air.
Are you going to be able to score 3 goals in 2 minutes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? You sound pretty confident. I'm gonna keep Jeff on the ground.
You're just gonna cheat. Just the hell with this. You can always go the other game and try to get him to stomp you to the winning team.
No, I'm not desperate. Yet.
Ah, he stole it.
Oh, what? How did he... Now you're on the winning team. Yes. Welcome, Jeff. Welcome to the losing team. Welcome to the losers.
No, 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 it's my ball.
It's not.
Get over here. Oh man.
Yes.
That was like a legit shot too.
You sound surprised.
I am surprised.
Fuck you! You guys fucking...
Oh fuck, I screwed it up. I thought it was following me. Oh, this is so horseshit.
Yes. Sudden death. It's gonna be sudden death right now.
Sudden Jeff, as
You
somebody
can
would
always,
put
I
it.
know it's sudden Jeff. You can always count on Jeff for a score in the last 10 seconds.
Crap.
Oh!
Hey, hey now.
Come on! Oh my god, no, give it back.
No.
You better not score this. No! Fuck.
No, no, get back here! You son of a bitch.
Keep you on the ground.
Fuck.
Yes.
I almost had it.
That was pretty good. I thought you would have stomped Jeff onto your team at the last second, though. Or one of us.
Nah, it's just mean.
GG. GGJ. Southern Jeff.
Sudden nuts.
Sudden nuts.
Best kind of nuts.
Stealth crouch. Stealth. No, not stealth ball. Holy shit.
Yeah, I was like, no,
Stealth
I don't
crouch
think
and
so.
stealth
I don't want that. I wonder if there are any strategies for this.
Stealth crouch is great. That should be. If you're playing on a grassy map, stealth crouch should be automatic. Oh, I just jumped over you and the ball like an idiot. What?
What?
What? Shit.
Ow! No! Stop it! Stop it!
I'm trying to keep you on the ground so Jeff can score.
Yeah, I know.
He's got it. He's got it.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. Shit. When you get people in here that that have played and know how to move around, it's actually pretty cool. It's chaotic and messy when you're new, but
Ah,
when everybody's new, it's very chaotic. But getting people in here who know how to play, it's actually quite.
ah, you jerk.
Oh,
Stop being a...
that was Jeff, then it was me. Nice work, Jeff. Southern Jeff.
You're such an asshole.
I know, right? Oh, God. The injuries.
Injuries are gonna happen.
There's definitely, remember that early design, the game design, where I had the injury meter? The more injured you are, the slower you go. So if you get hit, there's a real penalty. I think
There's already a pretty big penalty.
no, it's just like you get knocked down, you get back up. But
Oh, fuck, I missed.
yeah, no. It's like,
No, don't go under the fucking log. Son of a bitch.
how do you keep getting that? Like, stop it, stop it.
No. Fuck. Hey, I saw that.
What?
I saw that turnaround punch. That attempt.
That was Jeff. Must have been Jeff because I'm chasing the ball. What are you witnessing? Outlaw Bolt. This is
Oh,
me and Jeff fighting Ambient Energy. Ambient Energy is the guy I'm on voice chat with. He's the developer in the game. He's the engineer. Oh God, no! And he's on the red team. So me and Jeff are on the blue team. Oh God! And I just got punched by him.
an angry red.
An angry red, yeah.
Oh man, I saw that in.
Angry red is trying to score. So what's your ping?
Oh, like 200.
That'll teach you.
I don't learn.
I think I would like to. I think the Twitch avatars should be the player radar.
I'm not sure about that.
You don't think that would work, or and you don't think that's possible? Or you don't think because you could outline it with red and blue. I just think it would be good to see where everyone is, like including your, like, you know, if I could see which one you were.
I think if we could
you're
customize stuff, we could do something. But I don't think Twitch avatar is the answer. Because then you got like Steam and all the rest later and everything. Like, I don't want to have it be like a real in-game option.
You don't want the focus only on Twitch avatars and Twitch logins.
Not for things that are like part of gameplay.
But
like
how much? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like the tab screen and that's totally fine. But like if it's part of gameplay, because then somebody could have something misleading or just have like a completely blank picture. And I don't want to deal with that.
Well, that's true. Let's try. Yes.
This is so bullshit.
Teamwork.
That was not teamwork. That was nuts.
That was teamwork. I was keeping you on the ground while Jeff was scoring. Jeff was busy doing sudden Jeff. 5v5 gets really crazy, Darth. Yeah, I don't think we've played a 5v5 before. Because at the moment the servers are limited to 3v3, but you can set up your own server so that it's 5v5 if you wanted to. And we can add as many bots as we want as well.
So angry.
The angry face.
Triple jumps, quick reset, crazy teams.
Oh shit.
Who voted for
Crazy
this?
teams. Oh god.
Who voted for this?
Oh, guess. I forgot to vote, so.
I forgot. Jeff teams.
An avatar stored locally that's uploaded for every match. Well, I think that's what Kirk's talking about. In that people could have used that, so you could have a invisible thing if you wanted, invisible avatar, so you couldn't.
Is it pop-up only?
Oh shit! Is it? Fucking hell. This just gets better. It is. Ugh.
And crazy teams with pop-up only. the worst.
Oh yeah! You can stomp. Stomp teams. Get in there. Punches. Oh shit.